International League action just a few moments away, but as final preparations are being made, let's get a look at tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Chris Calderon is highlighted here, and it's an exciting day for him to be sure as he makes his AAA debut in this one.
Yeah, this should be a fun yet nerve-filled day for him. You know, he wasn't a top draft pick, so he really had to prove himself at the lower levels to earn this promotion, so he should be proud of himself. Obviously, though, he ultimately wants to make it to the major leagues. But for now, I'm sure he's excited to show what he can do against some stiffer AAA competition. Who knows? If he continues to impress, maybe he'll be playing in the show before too long.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders and the Gwinnett Braves. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, you know, guys, I think this one could be a slugfest. If you get to the starter early and you continue to beat up on that bullpen, goodness, you could score a ton of runs.
Mike Fultonevich, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, he only went into the fourth inning in his last start. Didn't get a decision. I mean, if anything, go out and give your team a chance.
Chris Calderon set to take his first cuts with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. McLean is after it. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And how about that, guys? He just tallied his first hit in AAA. A nice moment as we see the ball being tossed into the dugout there.
Yep, that's very exciting for him, no doubt about it. No, but as a minor leaguer, your goal is to be a major leaguer. So while he'll take this knock, he's got to keep his eye on the ultimate prize, the show.
Edward Curran will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. A fine sliding catch here will take us to break. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Chris Calderon strides into the box, and let's see if he can keep it going after the RBI triple his first time up.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
Into the windup and the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. And here in the third, this is probably just to try and clean out the negative and put a positive thought in his head. You know, something like, I've seen you work out of jams like this many times before. I know you can do it again.
Chris Calderon will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Liner toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, how how much hotter is he going to get? And he's got himself another 3-hit ball game, and that batting average is going to continue to climb even higher.
Gordon Beckham stands in, was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip. A runner at first with no outs here. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. Calderon is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play.
Into the box now, Chris Calderon. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. It's sharply toward third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
Well, he's not really fooling anybody so far out of that bullpen. Here's another hard-hit ball. They're not going to get anything to show for it, but whatever he's throwing out there so far ain't working.
Chris Calderon digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Well, he hit it hard. He just kind of got unlucky with the placement, so you can't ask for much more. You just got to try to go up there and barrel it up again.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Well, these guys have been very aggressive on the fastball so far, and this is another example of it right here. You know, working the count is great and all, but if the guy's going to lay a fastball in there on the first pitch, no reason not to go after it, and he jumps all over.
Edward Curran will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Calderon ranging back. Gone! Freddie Hammock will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Oh, and he botches it. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
You've got one goal here in the ninth. That's get the tying run to the plate. And he just whacks this ball. A single might have done this.